Good morning, church. It's Tuesday, April 15th, and we find ourselves in the midst of another day of Holy Week. I wanted to take this week and encourage you in this time of Holy Week. And so what I'm hoping to do is that each and every day of Holy Week to come and share with you a little bit of what Jesus was doing during Holy Week. We know about Maundy, Thursday because we celebrate it every year. We know about Good Friday, and of course, what was happening in that tomb on Saturday, and then of course, the resurrection on Sunday. But sometimes we don't think about that earlier part of the week. Yesterday, Monday, of course, in Scripture, we learned that this is the time when Jesus turns over the tables and speaks to the money changers in the temple. But today, on Tuesday, what we find is that Jesus continues his ministry. Even during that week of Holy Week, even though knowing what was coming, he continued to minister. He continued to encourage his disciples and to speak to the people. And today on this Holy Tuesday, we learn of the story of Jesus cursing the barren fig tree, talking about faith, confronting the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And so I just wanted to encourage you today to really be thinking during this week about what Jesus was doing each and every day. Today, it's about faith. Our faith, he goes on in Matthew, and he talks about the idea of if you have the faith of a mustard seed, or you can look at the mountain and say, move, and it will move. And so today, on this Holy Tuesday, our word is faith. Faith that even though in the midst of the trials that are to come for Jesus, he continues in his ministry. And that's what I want to encourage you to do today as well. Knowing that Maundy, Thursday is coming and we celebrate that time of Jesus with his disciples at the Passover. And of course, the terrible time that and what he goes through in the garden, and then of course his subsequent arrest, and the events of the Passion, and then his crucifixion. I want you to be able to keep your faith, that even in the midst of your trials, no matter what's going on during Holy Week, the things that you're struggling with, the things that might be heavy on your heart, the things that are weighing you down, Holy Week teaches us, especially today, hold on to that faith, that even in the darkness, the light is coming. That glorious sunrise that we celebrate on Easter morning, that Jesus has risen. I want to encourage you in that today. Also, I want to take the opportunity to remind you of the services that are coming up during Holy Week. Of course, Maundy, Thursday will be held here at Emmanuel at 6 o'clock. If you've never been to a Maundy, Thursday service, I would encourage you to come and experience. If you have been, I want to re-invite you to keep that tradition going of attending his Maundy, Thursday service as we truly gather together and remember that time of Jesus talking to his disciples and sharing with them of the things to come, that idea of the table and the Lord's Supper. And then, of course, on Friday, the Good Friday service at 7 o'clock at night at East Holbrook in Cheraw. Then, of course, Sunday morning here at Emmanuel, we'll be having a sunrise service at 6 o'clock. The sun, I think, rises at 6:15. We're hoping for the clouds to not be too thick, so we'll be able to see that sunrise. And that'll be over at Charles and Esther Nafziger's, and you'll be getting more information about that. Then, of course, our Sunday morning breakfast, our Easter breakfast here at Emmanuel, somewhere between 8:15 and 8:30. And then, of course, our celebration of the Resurrection Sunday, of Easter Sunday, that we gather together and we celebrate our risen Christ. So put those things down on your calendar. I'm going to be reminding you each and every day as I come and share with you a short video of what Jesus was doing during Holy Week. Today it's about faith. It's about keeping that attitude of belief, of knowing that in the darkest times, the light is coming, that Jesus is going to be coming from that tomb. That stone is going to be rolled away. And sometimes we miss it because in the middle of the week, it seems so hard. And my encouragement to you this week, this Holy Tuesday, hang on for that Sunday because it's coming. The resurrection will be a time that we celebrate the life that is given to us, the forgiveness that is given to us, the redemption that is given to us because of Christ's work on the cross. But not only that, because that stone was rolled away and death was defeated. So I pray for you this Holy Tuesday to keep the faith and encourage you to join us at as many services as you possibly can, so we can come together and celebrate this Holy Week as God's people. God bless. Have a great Holy Tuesday.